So a couple of you saw my community post of titled "What's in the Box." So gonna do a little unboxing here. Unfortunately, Outlaw, no, it's not a sword from Sawadi. Although I do have one, a Wagasashi, that I'm hoping to pick up here soon, because I haven't gotten a Wagasashi from them yet. But this is totally different, and this box is a little too short to be a Wagasashi. I mean, it could be a Tonto. Maybe it's not. So this is from a company called Viking Hunter. They do a lot of basically Viking stuff. They're on Amazon. So let's take a look and see what's in the box. If that doesn't give you a hint. So, ta-da. Now the wood has real leather wrapped around it, and on the handle. It's supposed to be olive hardwood. It has actually a nice taper to it too. It's all real leather on it. Sheath is done really nicely. You got 3 snaps on it. And then that pulls off. And it's what you would call a bearded axe. The beauty of camera work. Got the cell phone on. Actually, not really. My camera died. At least I'm honest. But anyways, this is the blade. It's not a very big one. It is a 1095 through hardened blade, as you can see. It does have a little bit of an edge on it. Doesn't really have a secondary bevel, so it feels kind of nice. It's kind of sharp. I mean, it's an axe, okay? It's an axe, and you don't have much. I mean, I'll probably put more of an edge on it. But it is definitely a very nice Viking axe. And it's got a nice, like I said, handle. It's comfortable. Very comfortable. It's light. And of course it's going to be front heavy. There's the wedge in it. Very nice. Bearded axe. Now, I've done a little bit of digging behind Viking axe. And the thing is, with Viking axe, it wasn't that they per se favored it as their most preferred weapon. It was this, I could actually say, is a weapon slash tool. Okay, I can actually say that. This, like I said, is a weapon slash tool. Okay. Whereas this is a weapon. Plain and simple. This is a weapon. For those who like to say it's a tool too, no, it's not. It's a fucking weapon. People who call it a tool are people who want to be irresponsible with them because they're afraid someone's going to come and take their shit away. That comment will probably piss some people off. But it's the truth. So, why do I say this is a weapon and a tool? Okay. Because in Scandinavia, the weather gets pretty harsh up there. Even now, it can get pretty harsh. Plus, you think the Vikings went to Iceland. They have settlement there. Greenland. Both those areas too, very harsh. So, this kept them alive. Alright. You could cut a light timber with these, because this is not made for chopping down trees, obviously. But light timbers, twigs, sticks, stuff like that, you could probably do curls with this. You know, people always say make little curls. Which I'll get into something that's even easier than that, if you can find it, or you already have it on you, to start a fire. But this right here kept them alive in harsh winters. You could skin an animal with it if you had to. Hence, the bearded axe. So you can, like I'm holding it right now, you could do fine work with it if you had to. Okay? You cut your meat with it if you're stuck out in the wilderness. You can do all kinds of things with one of these. So all those fancy gimmicky thing people always do, this is why they did this bearded axe. Just like this. You can hold it right here, do fine work with it. You can, you know, cut your meat if you're out in the forest. But in the same sense, you could go to battle with it. Hence also the bearded axe, you could hook somebody's weapon with it if you're dual wielding. So you could hook it, you had your sword in the other hand, and you could stab. It was, that's why I can say this was a weapon and a tool for them. Because this kept, like I said, kept them alive in the wilderness. So it's not that they favored it as their most best weapon to use, it's just they always had one on them. Okay, they always carried an axe on them, but you didn't want to carry a really big one on you neither, because then it's more weight you gotta lug. So they made them like this. Now, as far as starting a fire, you want a nice way to start one, and you need to start one now. If you see a tree that has bark shroom, basically it's the mushrooms you see growing on a tree, which they get pretty big. I've seen them about like that wide, about that thick. Break that off the bark, off the tree. The very center core, break that open. It's real flaky in there, and that's what you're going for. Don't eat that mushroom though. It'll kill you. But anyways, you want that flakiness in the core. Put that down. And you can, they say, you can, you know how they teach you in Boy Scouts, you can rub two sticks together? And you're like, yeah, bullshit, this is going to take forever. They say you can do that, and it doesn't take much friction, and that stuff ignites like that. That's actually how the Vikings would start their fires. They would collect this core from the mushrooms. Now, they took it a step further. I forget the recipe. You can make it to this day. All right? That they would boil it. I forget what it was. I'm not sure if it was like, it wasn't honey, maybe like a linseed oil or something like that. It was to make it kind of waterproof, basically. So if it got wet, it didn't matter. It still light right up. And they would keep a pouch of this stuff on them. So if they're out in the wilderness, it didn't take much, just a little bit, and they would put it down, light it with like just a flint, regular flint you just hit with a rock. Spark hits it, it ignites, and they would just put a little grass on there to get the fire really going, and then just pile up their sticks. Hence, that's where your Viking axe comes in handy. You can cut those little twigs and get them ready for your fire once you got that mushroom core lit on fire. So that's actually a really quick, simple way to get a fire going. But yeah, it's a cool little thing. Gonna try some cutting with it and see how it does. So that's what's in the box, everybody. Viking axe. Hope everyone enjoyed this video. Working on Gargoyle's Tales. I spent most of my day researching on that one. It's gonna be a long one, so keep an eye out for it, and we will see you all later.